Hey everyone, Steven here. Welcome back to another Bama saltwater fishing video. Those birds are making some really crazy sounds, the seagulls. It's an absolute gorgeous day. I mean, I feel like I say that every video because it really is. Like, we're blessed down here. I know the rest of the country, most of y'all are probably freezing right now, and we have some nice sunshine. There's a little bit of wind coming by, but luckily this 24-foot bay boat has a decent gunnel height, so it shouldn't get too wet today. Can't forget that. Need that for sure. Get in there. And these two. There we go. And last but not least, don't forget to raise that up because Lord knows I've forgotten. But check that out. Got the beautiful 24-foot bay boat loaded up. And we're going to go try our luck doing some fishing offshore. Alrighty, boat's launched. Obviously, you see it's not on the trailer. And we're headed out. So, like I said, breezy day, but beautiful and sunny. Got my Frog Togs deck shoes on. So comfortable. So we've got a 7.22 mile run out in the Gulf of Mexico. We're gonna go ahead and get out there. So y'all join me, sit back, relax. Let's get to fishing. It is nice. The GoPros and cameras and pictures never do it justice of what the wave height really is. It's definitely 2s with an occasional 3 coming every now and then. It swells, but it wasn't too bad getting out here. That's why I kind of stayed close. Really pretty water today though. Check that out. I think we're going to catch some fish. So I made it to my spot. I'm in 50 foot of water sitting over a little reef in the Gulf of Mexico, and this is a bird of prey 5/8 ounce pompano head jig head with no skirt. It's in that really nice sand color. It looks just like a sand flea, which is awesome. And then I'm gonna be using these synthetic fish bites. This is the Easy Clam in the coquina clam flavor. And these don't stink. You don't have to keep them refrigerated or on ice. So all I do is just cut off a couple pieces. I'm gonna do a little bit longer pieces since we're fishing in deeper water. And this has a mesh inside of it that's gonna allow it to stay on the hook pretty long time. I like that it doesn't smell and not messy. And I'm gonna take one of these piece of fish bites and just thread it onto this hook, and that is it. That is a baited up piece. It looks so simple, but I guarantee we're gonna catch some fish. So all I'm running is about 5 feet of 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. This pretty light tackle. This is a 2500 size Daiwa Saltist MQ with 15-pound power per braid, and then a 7-foot Star Plasma medium heavy rod. Let's go ahead and drop this joker down. It shouldn't take long to get bit, and there's no telling what you can catch out here. I would like to bring in some beeliners and mangrove snapper, some porgies, but there are a lot of triggerfish out here, a lot of snapper, so we'll see what we can do. Oh, there's the first one of the day. Pulling nice, but coming up pretty easy, which I like. And what are you, a tomtate? No, pigfish. So there's the first fish of the day, is a pigfish. These are actually not bad to eat. You hear it grunting. They're also called a grunt, but I always call them pigfish. They're very pretty fish. No size limit. Mainly used as a bait fish, but they are edible. Kind of like a saltwater bluegill. We're gonna let you go, buddy. There you go. Dang, they love that stuff. It's like candy to them. Here we go again. It's kind of feeling like the same thing. Wow, there's a bunch of grunts down there. Pretty much the same size. We could actually keep a bunch of these, and he's talking. He's like, put me back. I will. I was about to say we can actually keep a bunch of those and, you know, cook them up like bluegill, but maybe next time. There we go. Something with a little bit more oomph to it. At least it feels like it. Oh yeah. Red snapper. These are pretty abundant out here. If you fish the Gulf of Mexico, especially along the Alabama Gulf Coast and the Panhandle, we have a really nice artificial reef system that holds a bunch of these. There is a season for them, which we are not in right now. So you got to go back. You want to get them back before they cut you. And like I said before, we're not in deep enough water to where they have barotrauma or need venting or descending. So they can get down to their reef pretty quickly. Gonna hit it again. put the hook set on him that time. Boom. There we go. What are you? Okay. We're going to add to the species list today. I want to practically show you everything you can catch on this fish bites on one of these nearshore reefs. This is a gray triggerfish. See that? Obviously, well, everybody shows this, so I'm going to show it again. But if you've never seen it before, the reason they're called triggerfish is they have a little trigger here for their dorsal. See, you push that down, their dorsal fin will sit nice and flat. And from what I've been told, I know one of y'all commented on here, you may know who you are. You said, I always thought it was to not get swallowed up by dolphins, but let me get them back while I'm talking. But it's so they can wedge in between the rocks and munch down on stuff, and I guess in heavy current, which is pretty cool. He's gonna go back. Those are fun fighters. Those also have a season as well, which we're not in right now, so we want to get that fish back so it can live, be healthy, and go back down to its home. But I still have that same piece of fish bites on there. Let's keep on going. A lot of marks on there, lots of marks. This is just a public spot. So there's plenty of them out there. You'll never be able to hit all of them up in your entire life with how many there are over here. Alabama does a pretty good job of putting them out. Because otherwise, within 40, 30 miles up to the beach, it'd be nothing but flat bottom and no structure for the most part. So they do really good enhancing the seafloor so these fish can survive and get big and we can have something to do. And most of these are just concrete pyramids they build right here in Orange Beach, Alabama. There are a bunch of army tanks, a few barges, some ships. They recently sunk one outside of Destin. Big old ship so you can go out and dive. There's gas platforms or gas rigs. There is some natural bottom once you get deeper, but you know, we're only 9 miles out. We're still practically in state waters. We're within 9 nautical miles, and most of these are pyramids and other concrete structures. There's bridge rubble. There's a bunch of stuff. Oh man. Wow, this one's fighting pretty good. This one's fighting really well. And I think I have a weak spot on my line I forgot to fix. So I hope I can bring them up without breaking off. Oh, come on. That's fun. Oh man. Is that a... Where are you? Oh man, red snapper. Pretty fish. Very pretty fish. Healthy. He's light colored this time of year. Nice hook placement with that jig. That's just a pretty fish, y'all. I'm gonna let you go. He is straight back down. He did take my fish bites, which are actually biodegradable, which is nice for the environment. You don't want to intentionally, you know, throw them in the water or leave them where you're at fishing, but it's better than fishing, you know, some hard rubber and stuff that doesn't really break down. So all I have connecting my fluorocarbon leader to my main line, which is a braid, is a little double uni knot. That's just a uni to uni. Very easy to tie. I can tie it with my eyes closed, that's why I use it. I also use the Albrights. You can tie FG if you want, but for something like this, keep it simple. Little double uni will hold up to even big amberjack and tuna. The only problem with it, it's kind of a bulky knot, but when you're using light tackle like this, it really doesn't affect anything too much. Got another piece of that coquina clam fish bites on there. Let's keep on fishing. There you are. There we go. Light tackle reef fishing is always fun. So what are you? Triggerfish? Yep. Pretty little triggerfish. Oh, you hear his teeth? You don't want to stick your finger in these fish's mouths. You hear that? These things have some serious munchers. There we go. Let's get them back. Fish bites and bird of prey putting in some work. Beautiful little thing though. Check that out. Boom. Those are hard fighting reef fish. Like they use their wide body just to put up a lot of resistance. A lot of times you'll see your line do a circle. Snapper just goes straight down. Triggerfish kind of spin coming up. Not quite as distinct as like a bonita, but they do have a spin. All right, another fish on the fish bites. Get up here, buddy. See what you are. Okay, here's another variety. That's a little sand perch. See that? Very pretty fish. Really cool colors. Look at his eyes. He's actually turning his eyes looking at me. These are good to eat too. So there's no size limit on them. There's not that much meat on them. He does have some teeth. See, a little bit of teeth in there. Really pretty fish in general. But you know what? This is your lucky day, buddy. You get to go back. Those are good eating. It's kind of hard to throw something like that back, but hey, it is what it is. It's his lucky day. I can come out here a lot, and hopefully that's not the last one I ever catch. But that does add to the species list. So what all have we caught today so far? Red snapper, triggerfish, caught the grunt, or the pig fish is what I call it, and then that sand perch. That little fish bites, it's really cool what all you can get. We're gonna keep on dropping down and see what else we can catch. Surprisingly, I haven't caught a tomtate or ruby red lip yet. Those are normally everywhere this time of year. But who knows, that may be what I catch on the next drop. This is just fun fishing. It's fun to be able to get out. Been trout fishing so much and sheep's head fishing. It's nice to change it up some. Got a freezer full of sheep's head. I'm just munching on those and eating on those. I'm not really taking anything back with me today, unless it's like a porgy or mangrove or beeliner. So, hey, can't throw those back. But those sand perch are real good eating too. Nice white flaky meat. You just don't get a lot of meat off of them, so you fry them whole is good. It's fun to try different things rather than just coming out with, you know, frozen bait or live bait. It's fun to drop down jigs. Oh man, it's fun to drop down synthetics like this, because you can still catch fish this way. It's triggerfish. He hit it pretty hard, but look how pretty that little thing is. If you ever drop down a cigar minnow or a soft plastic jig or curly tail and it comes up all ate up and you didn't catch it, majority of the time it's going to be a bunch of these little jokers right here, that size. They will wreak havoc on your baits and your lures. And they have such small mouths, you rarely hook them. See those teeth? I don't know if you can see them or not. Yeah, you can. Look at those teeth. Pretty little emerald eye there, which I don't think the camera's picking it up, but get you back, man. I want to keep you out of the water as little as I can and still show y'all to the camera. Luckily, I still have that same piece of fish bites on. I'm gonna drop it back down. If you enjoy this jigging series, I call it a series, but I've been jigging the past couple videos. Y'all go like this video, hit that subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. Helps the channel grow. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers at the time of making this video, which is amazing. It's so cool to be able to share these experiences with each and every one of y'all. Just like that. Another fish hit the subscribe button to this hook. There we go. Just like that, we got another one on. So they love this stuff. Sand perch. We're gonna let this little guy go. There you go. He's gone back down. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit. This is still a FISHBITES product. These are their Fight Club lure line. So this is the 5-inch dirty boxer curly tail in the white knuckle color. If you watch my videos a few years back, you know I've been using these a while and they work really well, especially for like flounder. But triggerfish and other reef species absolutely love them. They're biodegradable, so you don't have a bunch of plastic going in the water as well, which is really nice. But I just rigged it up on that jig head, just like that. I'm gonna try dropping that down and see if we can round out the day with some more fish here. Haven't showed you the screen much, but see all those? That's a lot of marks on top of this hard bottom right there. Drop this jig down. It's gonna take a little bit slower to fall, but we're gonna see what we can catch on this curly tail Fight Club lure. Absolutely love this lure. Oh, see, they hit it pretty good on the fall because that tail's just swimming. As it's falling down, that tail's twirling all the way down, just looking like an injured bait and something tasty for them to grab. Kind of pay attention to your depth finder. See, I'm marking much of these fish about 30 to 40 foot deep. If you're unsure of your depth, you can always drop it all the way down to the bottom. Once it hits the bottom, a lot of reels will tell you how many inches per turn, and just you need to know your reel, how many inches per turn it does, and then you can kind of reel it up and guess where you're at pretty accurately. There's a fish on the Fight Club lure. It's a good way to finish the day. Sun's going down and we just landed a tomtate. Cool. Look at that, ruby red lips. I was surprised I hadn't caught one all day. These things are also edible. Great grouper bait, really good amberjack bait. but they are edible, so no limit on them. Check that out. See why they call them ruby red lips? Look how red the inside of their mouth is and their lips. So pretty cool. He ate the Fight Club lure. It's a good way to round off the day. I'm gonna drop it down maybe one more time. If I don't catch nothing quickly, I'm gonna head back in because the sun's getting low and I don't wanna be out here with it dark by myself, so. And cold. A little Fight Club lure gets it done. Fish bites all day. Let me see what else I can get. If I don't get nothing fast, like I said, I'm gonna see y'all back at the dock. Really nice sunset's about to happen. So, be nice to be back home. All right. There's another fish. I don't even know if he's hooked. I feel like he's just holding on to the end of it. No, he is. Another sand perch. Man, if I had kept the other two, I would be close to having as many as I want. Woo, sharp gill plates on these. Like croaker, dang. And luckily these aren't making my arms feel like jello like those amberjack did. Oops, sorry, buddy. There you go. They have like an angry, like mad face. See? They have like a why'd you catch me type face. I don't know. Just seems like it is to me. But there you go, bud. Go back down. Incredibly fun day out here. Really nice variety. Just fishing some synthetic baits. You never know what you're going to catch when fishing out in salt water. No matter where you're at, you never know what's going to be the next thing you pull up. So unless you physically see it, you know, like a lot of times you sight fish a tarpon or sight fish a redfish, then you know, yeah. But doing this type of blind casting and jigging, you really can't tell 100% what the next thing you're going to catch is going to be. If that made sense. That's the Alabama and the infantry in me. But I'm gonna start making my way back here. I'm gonna pull in everything, secure the deck, and head back in. I'm glad that y'all could join me out here on this beautiful, wide Gulf of Mexico. It's time to head back home. I appreciate y'all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that subscribe button if you enjoy content like this and want to see more. See ya on the next Bama saltwater fishing video. Once again, my name was Steven, and I appreciate you for watching. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us. We'll see you later.